All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. I'm the brother Iwalumia from the Gym at Chicago branch. Here in Chicago, come back at you with another lesson. And Lord willing, I hope it be edifying. I'm just basically tired of this lesson, in this truth, all of us must do our part, you know. The brothers that's teaching this word to the sisters, that's also, a part of this truth. We all must do our part. So this is the book of Judges 5:11. It says, "And they that are delivered from the noise of the archers and the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, go down to the gates." Right, so us in this truth, we have we have things that we need to do, to keep Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai happy, doing our part. And that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. The women, the sisters that's a part of this, the part of this truth. The man that you're with, you're supposed to, treat that man, as he's, your king, because what? The man is supposed to be over the women. You're supposed to be looking out and taking care of your husband. That's doing, for the woman, that's doing your part. Us men, we're supposed to be going on the highways and byways teaching this truth. All of us, rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of our ability. But let's continue. And that is doing our part. This is the book of 2 Peter 1:10. It says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for you do these things, you shall never fall." Right? We were supposed to be doing things, doing things like studying, going to the highways and byways, taking heed to the doctrine, rehearsing the righteous acts. That's giving diligence. That's doing our part. We're supposed to be, and it's true, we're supposed to be working, to be on the, on the good side of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's doing our part. So I'm going to read that again. It's the book of 2 Peter 1:10. It says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never fall." Right, if we continue to do our part, continue to do the things that are pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we should never fall, And speaking to myself first and foremost. But let's continue. And this is for the women, the women that's a part of this truth, that's under their husbands in this truth, and this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is the book of Titus 2:4, and this is, directly for you women. That's in the truth. This is the women, this is your part. It says, "They that teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed." Right, and this is the role of the woman. This is the woman doing her part, you're supposed to be taking care of your husbands. You're supposed to be teaching, the young women how to teach their husbands. You being keepers at home, taking care of the household, taking care of the children, making sure the house is good, making sure your husband is good. That's the woman doing her part. Because in this body, we all have a part to play. We have to do our part to the best of your ability, the best of our ability, Salakia. And this is the woman's part. Making sure the children are good, making sure her husband is good. Making sure she ain't usurping authority over her husband. Like I said, we all have a role, in this truth. We all have a part. Let me see. This is the book of 2 Timothy 2:15, and it says, "Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed." And it says, rightly dividing the word of truth. Right, we're supposed to be continuing studying in this thing. We have to constantly, make sure we on point. That's doing our part also. Making sure you studying, dividing the word and truth, basically hopping into these scriptures, basically making sure you understand what you're reading, right? Rightly dividing the word of truth. So I'm going to read this again. This is the book of 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh. Right, studying is a big part of that, doing our part, because if we don't study, we don't grow. It says, unto Yahweh, workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Right, and that's a big part that that's a part of doing our part also. Making sure we study and making sure we're growing, This is the book of 2 Timothy 4:2. It says, preach the word, be instant in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Right, we're supposed to be teaching this word. This is the most important thing. Making sure that we're teaching this word, going to the highways and byways. As it says, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. That's us doing our part. And this is the most important part. For us men, if the hopeful righteous elect, Lord, will we be those men? This is the most important part, that we have to go out there on the highways and byways and teach this truth. And that's us playing our part. The sisters in this truth, and most importantly, the men in this truth, we all have a part to play. And we have to, play that part to the best of our ability. So with that being said, I hope it was edifying. I want to end all by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. Lord willing, I hope this lesson was edifying. And until next time, Wah, Ababa Ba.